Smoke rose over Gaza City after Israeli strikes today, despite Israel's plan to seize the city, approved by the Security Cabinet. Some residents remain determined to stay. This comes as Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu reaffirmed his commitment on August 21st to defeat Hamas and capture Gaza City. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says his government will begin immediate negotiations for the release of all hostages in Gaza. He insists any deal to end the nearly two-year war must be on terms acceptable to Israel. His remarks come as the army presses ahead with plan to capture Gaza City and defeat Hamas, calling up 60,000 reservists. Let's listen into what the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has said.
אני הגעתי היום לאוגדת עזה כדי לאשר את התוכניות שצה"ל הציג בפניי ושר הביטחון להשתלטות על העיר עזה ולהכרעת החמאס. במקביל אני הנחיתי להתחיל במשא ומתן מיידי על שחרור כל חטופינו וסיום המלחמה בתנאים שמקובלים על ישראל.
Now for this discussion, we are joined by Professor Kobi Michael. He's a senior researcher at the INSS and Misgov Institute, joins us live from Israel. Thank you, Professor, for joining us today. Good to see you. Professor, what does Israel mean by Israel's acceptable terms for Israel? Is there a difference between the acceptable terms for Israel and acceptable terms for Hamas?
Yes, of course. There are unbridgeable gaps between both. The Israeli demands, by the way, are confirmed and legitimized and supported by the international community and the Arab countries here in the region. And generally speaking, there are three security demands. The first one is that Hamas will be dismantled. The second one is that Hamas will not be part of any future governmental entity in the Gaza Strip, will not be part of the day after in the Gaza Strip. And the third dimension is that the Gaza Strip will be entirely demilitarized. There is also, I would say, an agreement about the principle that Israel will have overwhelming responsibility with regard to security from the outside of the Gaza Strip. So these are the Israeli demands, and Israel cannot end the war without implementing these demands. And of course, that the release of all the hostages, 50 hostages, is part of the demands. Now, as I said, the gaps are unbridgeable because the main interest of Hamas is to, first of all, not to disarm itself. Secondly, to remain effectively as the sovereign power in the Gaza Strip. Because even when they say that they are willing to give up on the civilian authorities, everybody knows that as long as they will remain an organized military formation, eventually they will dictate what will be there in the Gaza Strip, and they will be able to reconstitute themselves and to prepare themselves for another October 7th.
And Professor, how does this Israel's renewed commitment to capturing Gaza while negotiating also for hostages influence the trajectory of this ongoing conflict?
Because Israel tried to use all the existing options, even some theoretical options like the negotiation, or options with a very low probability to succeed like the negotiation, because Israel prefers that all of its security demands will be realized without the need of occupying the city of Gaza or the entire Gaza Strip. I mean, I think that it is very reasonable. But if Israel will remain with no other option, then Israel prepares itself to the occupation of the city of Gaza and then the entire Gaza Strip in order to realize its objectives.
Thank you, Professor, for sharing that. Please stay with us as we stay on this topic now. In the occupied West Bank, the Israeli